Hello, everyone. I've definitely been a part of a lot of teams throughout the workplace, in school. The school ones are definitely not my favorite. And the reason for that is usually when we get into groups at school, there's always going to be that one person or two maybe that do most of the work, and everybody's just kind of riding along. They're the ones that are going to get the grade no matter what because everybody else takes over. In my life, especially now, later on in my career, I've definitely noticed that the more successful groups start off with organizing one each other. And that's what I learned over the last 4 weeks is we got together in groups and we broke down within 4 weeks we broke down our group to trying to learn new things to build our groups into something better, something that would just flow right. And the one thing that I've noticed out of all the groups I've been in is team organization and how team organization leads to an effective teamwork. Definitely, you're going to have your leader. You're going to have people that you go to. Right? For me, is I go to somebody that I know is going to be the supply person. People that are going to organize. People that are really good with schedules. I'm gonna go to we have somebody that's gonna be the morale person, the person that just kind of brings the place together, the best person for to speak on our behalf, right? Be that person, and that's exactly what we did in class. We built our organization with these different roles, and establishing that, I believe, was a real good gateway into us knowing and realizing what our roles were and how to effectively bring those roles into our team to make better decisions throughout any of the exercises that we did. For example, one of the exercises that we had to do early on was create a contract and an agenda. And so we had to get together and decide what the rules were best for us. We figured out really quickly throughout our organization of our group that one of us was more of the out person. Probably this person, our point of contact, at one point felt like they were doing most of the work. And so within our contract, within our organization, we decided to speak on that behalf, making sure that everybody did their part and that we even had a way to build our communication a little bit stronger, allowing this person too that if they needed a break that we were there for them. So showing support. Within that, I saw that we established group flow. Group flow is this sort of resonance, this sort of feeling within a group, and you might have felt it and you might have not. I've definitely felt it in my group to where by the end of week 2, I definitely saw within my group a sort of group flow. We were bouncing ideas off of each other. We were agreeing with each other pretty darn quickly too. And that is something that I have seen in my line of work in my professional career, that when you have a good group flow, you're definitely going to have better results. You're gonna be just be vibing correctly, and everybody's just gonna be more productive in that way. But I've also seen where groups start off and they might start off in more of I think it was good for us when we first started this group is to definitely have a leader and know who that leader was, because you're definitely going to look at this leader as a sort of an authority figure, or maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's your boss or whoever it is, but you're definitely going to have some sort of authoritative figure. You're going to have these types of, or you're just going to follow rules and guidelines that you set through. But through this group flow, I think we kind of diverge a little bit from that right after we've established that. And now we are building off of our feedback. Our culture is getting it. Again, it's just becoming more of an art than anything else. And then that leads to, again, proper decision making. And then within that decision making, what I saw in our group is that, yes, we have a leader, but now other people are taking almost that leadership role. There is something in this book I was reading, in Everyone Culture. In this book, it states in the early chapters that people who are very proficient at their job, good at their job, they're no longer suited for that job, that they need to be doing something else, something more. That is exactly what I saw within our group, because no longer at this point did we have any team conflict. Not only we were vibing so well with each other because we had already gone towards that group flow. We were diverging into different roles, but it was just flowing so right. So in my opinion, the last 4 weeks definitely taught me to be a better team member, and realizing that anytime I get together with a new group, we need to establish these ground rules, these roles of ours, because then that will hopefully lead us to better communication and then this sense of group flow. Thank you.